Welcome to Paris, 47. The show is just about to start. This is the red carpet event of the season, and the guest list is a veritable who's who of the global fashion elite. You will find Viktor Novikov basking in the spotlight, while Dalia Margolis hosts the heavily guarded auction on the second floor for a group of Iago's top customers. Now, event security will keep a watchful eye on any suspicious activity, but I trust your timeless look shall fit right in. Good luck, 47.
What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to be playing Hitman in the Paris level. I'm going to show you a few ways how to get close to your targets. Now, we're going to just walk right in through the front door and take a look at one of our targets here. Now, the way I'm going to take him down is by dressing up as one of his bodyguards and luring him to a meeting that takes place with one of his partners. Now, through this video, I'll be pointing out...
That is Viktor Novikov, head of Sanguine and ringleader of Iago. Quite the resume.
Now, throughout this video, I'll be pointing out numerous different ways on how you could infiltrate the area. Now, right here on our right, you'll see a door which will lead downstairs. At first glance, it looks like nobody's looking, and we are correct. Nobody will ever catch us looking. Now, here is the ICA drop box. That's the one I like to use, especially if I'm going to be bringing in a weapon and just going nuts. Now, over here is the security room, and here you're going to have to, if you like, destroy the surveillance area or surveillance equipment right there, as you can see it. Now here are some notes with the walkie-talkie. Through that, you'll be able to call in a code. Through that code, both targets will end up in the office room, where you'll be able to take them out both by chandelier or explosion, or whatever creative way you come up with. Now here's a disguise. We're going to use it. Walk by. Mind you, there are two people in here that will be able to call us out, but since their backs are turned, it's in our favor. What's this over here? Crowbar. Rat poison. Rat poison's always good to find and have. You could poison a lot of people with it. I would suggest always finding it and holding on to it, even if you don't use it. Boy Scouts way, need it, not have it, versus not have it, need it. Now here is the cocktail recipe for the bare knuckle boxer. That is one of our target's favorite drinks. You make this for him. You could then pour in the rat poison or poison itself. Now, if you pour in the poison itself, he'll die right there on the floor in front of everybody. Or you could pour in the rat poison, and then he'll end up getting sick and running to the bathroom, and then you could drown him in the toilet or shoot him, what have you.
Keep the same high standards as we do in the kitchen, please.
But what we're going to do today is none of that. What we want to do is keep our weapons on us, because there are bodyguards on certain levels you do get frisked. Such as right now, if the maroon top I'm wearing, if I continue further, I'll end up trespassing. Now I'd have to wear a black vest. So there's one of our targets. Now I could go over to the bar area, since I've read how to make a bare knuckle boxer, and we'd be able to make it for him and get him sick. Since we have the rat poison, we could take him out actually right now, but we're not going to do that. What I intend to do is actually walk out, look for our model friend over here, and steal his identity. Now mind you, you see the bodyguards that lead up the stairs. I'm not sure if I would get frisked right now, but I'm not going to take that risk. Right now, our goal is to take out that model.
Okay, great. Okay,
now I missed the front part in the beginning, where if you'd walk in through the main area versus going downstairs like we did, you would find out that you would be able to, you'd find two people having a conversation about him, and they point you out how similar your features are. Then a little icon would appear, which then you would be able to find under opportunities, 15 seconds of fame, start tracking, and so on and so forth. But since you see it, the start is over there, but we're already over here, so we're going to continue on as if he would be marked. But I do personally not to like to put these opportunities on. I like to roam around, see what's going around, see what I could get myself into, look for my own opportunities, and go from there. Now, a little heads up, he's going to be making a right, so we're just going to pretend like we're looking around here. That bolt right there, you can escape in at the end of your mission, but you are going to need the key. The key is actually on the second floor in one of the rooms. To the left side, actually we'd be directly staring in front of it, second floor, right past the first set of guards. So we don't want to get his attention. Let's see. We have two guards. One's way down.
Helmet. Not yet. I go on in a few cycles, I think. I think I'm in, but I want to be clear on a few details. Fine. I'll be up after the show. Yes, ciao.
According to our intel, Helmut Kruger is friendly with Dahlia Margolis. I suspect that Iago uses fashion models to infiltrate the lives of the rich and powerful, and Kruger is likely one of their spies. His face paint conveniently obscures his features, and the two of you already share a striking resemblance.
So we're going to use this opportunity to help us get in close to one of the targets. And through that, we'll be able to create a scenario where it's just the two of us. Now, mind you, the targets so far each have bodyguard, one or two bodyguards around them.
Yeah, Dan, it's me.
Now, I want to just take him down, steal his clothes. Hopefully he doesn't see his body. Walks by. I gotta watch out for that other roamer down there.
Helmut, my man. You don't remember me?
Keep
No.
walking forward, buddy. Keep. Oh. Too bad. Too bad. Alright, we're just gonna have to wait this
Hello,
out.
Mr.
Let's
Kruger.
keep his head over here looking at us, not the body on the other side of that fence. I'm gonna have to hide him and at least one of these guards, hopefully. I wouldn't have to ideally deal with either of them, but we're gonna play it safe than sorry, so we're gonna let him walk on by. This is our guy. Don't want that. Alright, we are on our way. You know what? Before we get on our way, very importantly, the model ends up dropping a cell phone. Make sure you pick that up.
Dahlia, Helmet here. Remind me again, where were you supposed to meet?
Second floor. Voltaire's meet next to the auction.
Got it. You want me to drop by now, or...?
No. It's essential that you walk the runway. Do the job, then come see me right away.
Alright, so right now we're gonna go get our face painted and take a walk on the runway. Now, out here, as you can see, there's a ledge. And you can walk alongside it, crawl up, go up there, and there will be one black-vested waiter in there, which you'll be able to take his identity if you sneak up behind him. You can crawl up through this pipe, and on the other side of the building is the same thing. Now, mind you, if you climb up to the third floor, they will notice you, and they might start pointing it out to bodyguards. Now, him, you will jump over there. He'll be very alarmed about you and keeping an eye on you. For our purposes, later on in the video, we're going to end up over there throwing our second target over the ledge. It'll be an unnoticed, hopefully, I should say, it will be then get rid of the body at the same time, just like we're going to do with her. That's why we're dressing up as the model, because we're able to get undetected, we're going to be able to walk through undetected by security with our weapons and pretty much unnoticed. And normally you would have to have this all pointed out in
Mr. Kruger,
the
touch-up,
opportunity. My first time going through, I won't lie, I did use the opportunity. It just helped me navigate a lot better. Pointing out just things like this, it carries the story on the mission so much smoother depending on your choice. Where if you do miss your timeline on an opportunity, that's that. You are going to be SOL. So pay attention what's going on, know your targets, know their patterns, know what they're up to. And if they have bodyguards, pay attention to what their bodyguards are up to. Learn your ins and outs, find your exits.
Good work.
Wow, thanks, Mr. Kruger.
And no matter how well a plan may seem, right now I feel on top of the world. Who knows where things may go wrong, but we've done this hundreds of times, so I don't see why it should screw up in any which way. But for some odd reason that it does, we'll do something differently.
Right, perfect timing, Kruger. Get out there and knock him dead. Girls, you look amazing. The dresses are beautiful. Now straight backs. Let's sell those dresses. Straighten that dress.
Maybe I should go. Okay.
Oh, that's okay.
Enemy of the assassin. You gotta know. As you can see, with this identity, nobody really looks at us twice. They understand who I am or have an idea of who I am, but they will not question me or really give me a second thought. Now, if I do walk around with a weapon exposed, then yes, I will raise some eyebrows. Now, as you see here, there are two bodyguards. If you are waitstaff, they would frisk you, so drop your weapons if you plan on going
Helmut
out.
Kruger. Wow, you're
is the
handsome.
weight. Here,
Like a pretty girl.
that's a odd thing to say to a guy. So going up here, you will be able to go up freely. Now here's our first target.
Who's this chap?
Helmut, lovely outfit. Please, have a seat.
As you can see, the bodyguard left. Normally there's one right there directly where I'm staring. But since we're here, dressed as the model,
So,
it's a free and
Helmut,
clear just
you accept
between
my
us
offer?
two.
I'm in. What's the job?
Straight to the point. I like it. As it happens, I have the perfect assignment for you. Jessica Highmore.
On second thought, I'm not going to
The
use my
very
pistol.
same.
It will
That's
leave
why I
a
wanted you on the
mess.
show.
We're
So
in fact
Jessica would
going
notice
to
you.
go rob her.
Now, I want you to go to New York. Seek out
Which would
Jessica
be easier, because
and
then we just have to just
do what
drag
you
her
do
to the
best.
cabinet right there.
The girl is bright, young, beautiful. You should be right
As
up
you
your
can see, right there on the table is a vial.
You
That
do
vial
catch on
contains
No, that
poison.
would be her father,
Now, you can
CEO
use that
John.
to poison your second target, depending on which way you would want to take it.
Highmore. Jessica is your way in. Befriend him. Get his trust.
Or
Highmore
if you
Consulting
want
is
to use
planning
it
a
on.
merger.
Now, mind
I want to know
you,
with
you only
whom
have one
and at what
use with it.
price.
All right. Consider it done.
And that's for you. Keep it on you at all times. Last resort.
Cyanide. Good choice.
We've got trouble. Well done, 47.
All right.
Victor Novikov is next.
Now let's go get a bodyguard's uniform. Now mind you, if you are dressed up as a bodyguard, one of these bodyguards do recognize who their buddies are.
Mr. Kruger?
So you would not be able to go up that way. In fact, you would actually have to go... let me show you. The best way I found was going into this room, jumping through that window, then climbing onto the ledge outside and going along, and climbing up a pipe, and then climbing onto the ledge, or excuse me, the balcony up onto the third floor, to avoid one of those security guards. Now, same thing goes for the other side of the building.
Why can't we go upstairs? Those fancy suit guards came in.
Guess there are more important people upstairs than down here.
Come on, it's a fashion show.
Hopefully I don't. Actually, I gotta clean this room very fast. Now, as I mentioned before, the ledge and the drain pipe that you're able to climb from the outside and climb up to the balcony. This is the room that you would end up in. That was the waiter that I was speaking about. As you can see, there's a chandelier. He's not below it, so you wouldn't be able to take him down, but we don't want to do that. We want to keep our record clean. We are professionals. With a scalpel. You never know when you might need it, just in case if things go wrong. Now notice, the makeup off of my face has been removed. And what we're going to do here is throw this object, get him to come in here and take him down, and from that we'll be able to conduct ourselves further. And before I even start all this, I just want to get the outfit, and I'm going to show you how to get the idea to get this started.
Who threw that?
Close your doors if possible. You never know who walks by and for what reason. You do not want to get caught doing something that you're not supposed to be doing. Now, unless that's a part of your plan, I do suggest watch your windows, watch your doors. Learn the room you're in, learn what's going on before you even attempt the smallest of tasks. Now, I mentioned earlier you're supposed to get a cell phone from a bodyguard's uniform. Fortunately, I do not know where mine is, or his is. Now, as I did say, one of those bodyguards would recognize you. Now, we don't need to go up there any longer. Our target is out. We only have to worry about him. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So we're going to actually go to the basement right now and pick up our first uniform, which we originally started the mission out with. And we're going to linger on as a party guest. I'm going to show you where you get the idea to start this mission, or excuse me, to start the process with the bodyguard uniform. Now, we're going to take quick advantage. His back is turned. He normally is the one we got to worry about. Wow, what timing. Almost got caught. I'm not going to lie, that was a very risky move. I suggest don't do that. I got away with it by pure luck, to be honest with you. Alright, that guy had moved, actually. Normally he's standing there trying to consult his other buddy. So we're going back out the door where we originally started everything from. Oops. Kind of ran into the crowd. Now, like I was saying, that one opportunity would reveal itself if you just come here. Now, there's a lady and there's a guy. She's discussing how handsome he is. And then they look over and they see you. And that's where you could start your opportunity from. Tracking your opportunity. Now that's what we're going to do here. We're going to listen in on a conversation. And they say that they're waiting for a bodyguard to pick them up. That's why we're going to need the bodyguard's uniform.
How you doing?
Now this is the private meeting.
Mr. Novikov, Decker here. I'm at the show. Well, we could hardly predict a pile-up on the freeway, could we? So you have a spot in mind, or... Okay, fine. I'll wait in the lounge. Is there a problem? Novikov is busy. Told us to stay put and enjoy ourselves. His security staff will come fetch us when he's ready.
Tell you where we're going?
Pavilion, Northwest Gardens. Said it was away from crime movies.
Novikov is meeting Max Decker, a senior agent in the Russian FSB. Small world. The FSB has been mounting a criminal case against Novikov, but Decker's boss, FSB Section Chief Nikolai Kamarov, committed suicide only last night. Or perhaps not. Either way, this could be a chance to catch Novikov away from the spotlight.
So we're going to take that opportunity and take advantage of it. So let's go get our uniform and go talk to those guys. First time I walked in here, I just walked around. I actually approached the show. Now there's our target. You actually, right now, when I was mentioning earlier about timing, you would have to be up there right now with a crowbar and loosening one of the latches, and through that action, the chandelier would drop on him. Mind you, you would have a massive amount of damage, a lot of casualties. Yes, it is an accidental kill. Me personally, we are assassins. We're not butchers. So, we're here for one target. We're not paid for everybody. Our job is just those two people, so that's what we're going to do. I actually went the wrong way. Mind you, I'm trespassing, but nobody will ever pay attention when you walk in here. 90% of the time, I should say. I've never gotten caught yet, but you never know for that 10%. Now that we got our bodyguard's uniform, we're going to go head over there and talk to those two guys and beat them towards the pavilion. Now, notice, one of them was a smoker. If you do have a wrench, I've done this once, it was tricky. But I was able to... Actually, no. I was able to create an explosion at the pavilion. Now, the way I had done that was a lot of misdirection. Now, we're not going to do that. It did take me a couple of tries to do. Now, see here, there's a guy with a camera. As you see, there is a puddle there and an electrical. If you do have a screwdriver, you could hotwire it, turn it on and off, and before he comes over here for a cigarette break, and then fry him. Now, as I was saying, the other way with the explosion with the pavilion was a lot of misdirection. You have to get the bodyguards picking up weapons, then they're going, putting the weapons away, their safety boxes, and through that action, I was able to loosen the valves on the CO2 tanks, or, excuse me, the heaters, actually, by the pavilion. And since he's a smoker, he would fire up, and enough propane would come over here, and he would be blown up next with our target. Now, it was difficult, so we're not going to do it in this video, maybe another one in the future.
Mr. Decker, Mr. Novikov will see you now. I will escort you to the rendezvous point.
Ah, great. Thank you. Lead the way.
Yes, as you can see, he's a smoker, so that's one way I found out how to setting it up, but it did take a good bit to make it happen. Notice, there is the puddle and the electrical cord that I was mentioning. Right there is the on-off switch. Now, if you do play with electricity, make sure you turn it off before you do that. Because if you do not, you will fry yourself. I will not lie, I have done that. There's those two guys that are talking about his favorite drink.
He asked if I could make him one just...
Oh, that.
Say the word, I'm ready.
That's one thing they're going to have to work on, is get the animation to keep up, to make it play a little bit more smoother.
Escorting Max Decker to Mr. Novikov's orders. Been expecting you. Go ahead.
Now, like I was saying, there's a lot of misdirection here because there are bodyguards that will recognize you. So I would have to lay out a few weapons. As you can see, the heaters are there, but I'm not going to do that with the wrench. In fact, all I'm going to do is just hang out my little spot, wait for the meeting to take place.
Well, well, no Novikov. Why am I not surprised? Mr. Novikov, I'm at the pavilion. We did wait. Then your guy took us to meet you here, so which is it? I don't know. A security guy. Wore a uniform. Alright, fine. See you soon.
Well done, 47. Novikov is about to meet with Decker, and you have a front row seat.
He's coming.
Now, as you can see, he's about to smoke a cigarette. You have to create a lot of misdirection, as I was saying, not only just for the bodyguards, and for him as well, to be able to meet up here when Novikov is here already. And then he would start a conversation and start smoking. It takes a lot of work learning the timing of their movements, and when you will not get spotted by just simply using a wrench to loosen the propane tank on one of the heaters. Because if you do this all premature, he'll stand here, light up a cigarette, boom, all that work was wasted, and Novikov is now alerted.
Our friend Novikov wasn't always in fashion at Carson, but the public has a short memory span.
And now he's tying up loose ends.
Securing his legacy and our retirement plans.
As you can see, he's approaching. Won't be that much longer. So we had two sets of two bodyguards roaming, and his bodyguard here with us. Now Novikov, I believe, brings two, so that'd be a total of 3 bodyguards here, including myself being hidden, and then a total of 4 roamers.
Mr. Decker, how are things at the office?
That's 91 all over again. Kamarov is found dead, gun in hand, office locked from the inside. In his safe, evidence that he was leaking state secrets to Langley. An FSB section chief, Kremlin's golden boy, a CIA spy. Look, I don't know who you hired to pull this off, but I want his number.
Trust me, you don't. The case file, please.
Right. Of course. Last and only copy. There was an unfortunate server room fire at HQ. Misery loves company.
Mr. Decker. You know, I do believe this is going to be the start of a beautiful friendship. The money's being wired to your account.
Do I need to call my guy in Switzerland?
Why? Haven't you heard? I am an honest businessman. Do svidaniya, Mr. Decker.
So now that the meeting's done, we're going to wait for him
I'd like to savor a moment.
to hang out over there by the balcony, and we'll just give him a nice push over. And then we could get on with the rest of our day. Alright, gotta make sure I do not get caught.
Finally, clean slate.
So here now we're going to get our unnoticed kill, and we're hiding the body. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Done and
Both
done.
targets are down. Great work. Now head towards an exit.
since I do not have the key to the boat, let's see. Not gonna even test it. I'm just gonna go downstairs.
Dedicated, man. Good job.
Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Helpful. Until next time, have a good one.